Throughout history, there have been numerous civilizations that achieved impressive advances in various areas such as architecture, commerce, science, and philosophy. However, many of these cultures mysteriously disappeared without leaving a clear trace of the reasons behind their disappearance. Although archaeology and historical studies have managed to reconstruct part of what these civilizations were, their disappearances remain enigmatic and full of unknowns. Below, we will explore 10 of the most fascinating ancient civilizations that, despite their greatness, vanished without leaving a clear trace of their collapse. What happened to them? How was it possible that such advanced societies disappeared? This mystery remains an exciting field of research. If you are a history lover, subscribe now so you don't miss the most fascinating news from around the world. Olmecs. The Olmecs, known as the mother culture of Mesoamerica, were one of the first civilizations in Central America, flourishing between approximately 1200 and 400 BC. Their influence spread across what is now Mexico and Central America. They were known for their impressive colossal stone head statues and their ability to develop a primitive writing system. Although the exact reason for their disappearance remains a mystery, some suggest that the disappearance of the Olmecs may have been related to factors such as climate changes or shifts in their economic and social conditions. No significant traces of the Olmec people or clear records of how they disappeared have been found, which increases the mystery surrounding their culture. Mayans. The Mayan civilization was one of the most advanced cultures of Mesoamerica, standing out for its hieroglyphic writing system, its advanced knowledge in mathematics and astronomy, and its great cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza. Their peak occurred between 250 and 900 AD. However, starting in the 10th century, many of their great cities were mysteriously abandoned. Several theories suggest that climate change, prolonged droughts, internal wars, or diseases may have been decisive factors in their disappearance. Although the Mayans never completely disappeared and their descendants still live in the region, the fall of their great urban centers remains an enigma. Cahokia. The ancient city of Cahokia, located in what is now Illinois, USA, was one of the largest urban centers in North America before the arrival of Europeans. At its peak, Cahokia housed more than 40,000 people and had a trade network that extended across the continent. Its monuments and earth mounds remain a testament to its sophistication. However, from 1200 AD, Cahokia was mysteriously abandoned. It is believed that overexploitation of natural resources, diseases, and changes in climate patterns may have been factors that contributed to its collapse. Göbekli Tepe. Located in present-day Turkey, Göbekli Tepe is one of the oldest and most mysterious archaeological sites in the world. It is believed to have been built between 9600 and 9500 BC, long before the invention of writing and agriculture. Göbekli Tepe consists of large monolithic stones carved with animal figures and symbolism that we still do not fully understand. Archaeologists are still unsure of the exact purpose of this place, which could have been a religious or ceremonial center. What is even more enigmatic is that the site was deliberately abandoned and buried around 8,000 years ago, with no known reason. Nabateans. The Nabateans were a Semitic Arab people who thrived in the Arabian Desert and surrounding regions, including parts of Syria, Jordan, and Palestine. They founded the famous city of Petra, in Jordan, known for its rock-carved architecture. The Nabateans were experts in water management and built a series of irrigation systems that allowed them to survive in an arid climate. Although they were an important commercial center, their empire was absorbed by the Roman Empire around 106 AD. The reasons behind their disappearance remain unknown, although it is believed that invasions, climate change, and Roman control contributed to their decline. Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire, which flourished in Southeast Asia between the 9th and 15th centuries, was one of the most powerful civilizations in the region. Its capital, Angkor, is famous for its impressive architecture, including the Temple of Angkor Wat. The fall of the Khmer Empire is a mystery, but many experts suggest that a combination of war, overexploitation of natural resources, and droughts may have caused its collapse. Despite its disintegration, the ruins of Angkor remain one of the most fascinating sites in Asia. Rapa Nui, Easter Island. The original inhabitants of Easter Island, the Rapa Nui, built the famous Moai statues, which are scattered across the island. However, the origin of the Rapa Nui and the reasons for their disappearance remain a mystery. It is believed that the destruction of their ecosystem, exacerbated by the arrival of Europeans and the introduction of rats, was an important factor in their collapse. Additionally, some suggest that the Rapa Nui may have attempted to migrate to other nearby islands. Aksum Empire. The Aksum Empire was one of the most powerful civilizations in Africa, located in what is now Ethiopia. At its peak, Aksum was an important commercial center and was one of the first empires to adopt Christianity. Although the empire began to decline in the 7th century, the exact reasons for its disappearance remain unknown. Some suggest that the invasion of foreign peoples, climate change, or a lack of resources contributed to its fall. Kukyatini Tripilia culture. The Kukyatini Tripilia civilization flourished between 5500 and 2750 BC in what is now Romania and Ukraine. It was an advanced agricultural culture, but the exact reason for its disappearance remains a mystery. It is known that their settlements were destroyed and rebuilt several times, which generates speculation about drastic climate changes or foreign invasions. Minoans. The Minoans were an advanced civilization that ruled the island of Crete between 300 and 1450 BC. Their architecture and art were sophisticated, and their trade extended throughout the Mediterranean. It is believed that the destruction of the Minoan civilization was caused by a massive volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, which triggered a devastating tsunami. However, other reasons are also suggested, such as external invasions or internal conflicts. These 10 civilizations represent some of the most advanced cultures of antiquity, whose disappearances remain an enigma. Although the technological and cultural advances of these civilizations continue to be a subject of fascination and study, the lack of concrete evidence about their falls raises many unanswered questions. As archaeology advances, it is likely that we will discover more clues about these mysteries of the past. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on what topic you would like us to explore in future videos.